Hello programmer, in the previous lecture I have created a simple string JDBC insert operations. In this video lecture I am going to create the string JDBC batch insert. So let's start. This is our string configuration file I have created earlier, and this is our entity class. So let me add this string batch insert operation. So first of all I have to add some record to this student object, which I am getting from the context.getBean. So this is s1.set of id. So let me add one s1.set of name. Let me add Sachin. s1.set of course. Let me add the Java course. So add one more record, because I am going to add the batch operations in multiple record at a time. So student s2, I am getting the same object, get bean of student dot class. I'm getting another object s2, set of id of 1, not 1, id 2, s2 dot set of name is equal to Saurav, s2 dot set course string. Let me check how many records are here. So there are two records, 5 and 7. This is fine. I have to add in the student array. So I have to create the student arrays. Student array, in the array I have to pass this s1 and s2 object, and in the student array I have to pass to the service layer. So service object is here, the student service. Dot add of students, and I have to pass this student array. It's showing error because I don't have any method name add students in the service layer. So I have to create this method. So go to the service layer, and here add something public void add students, which will take the argument student array. So student array, yes. Fine. So give the name a student array itself. Student stack. Now I have to pass this student array to this JDBC template. It has one method, batch update. Sorry, you have to pass to the DAO layer. Student DAO dot, I have to add same method, add student. I have to create this same method. have to pass this one, student array. This method is not available, so I have to create this method. So this method is created here. I have to write some JDBC logic for perform the batch insert operation. So let me write the JDBC template dot batch update. Batch update has so many methods, so I'm going to use this one, which is taking two arguments, string SQL and list of object array. This is fine. SQL query is getting from here, which I have declared globally, and I have to write logic for that batch. So this is taking the array list of object array. So I have to create this. It will take the checked array, student records, new of array list, this I will have to pass here, and inside this array list object I have to add object. So let me add some records for each. Which one is student record? Student from the student array. The student array has two objects, S1 and S2, which I have added here. S1 and S2. This is two objects. So first it will give the S1 to the STUD, and then I have to add this STUD to this array list object. To the object array, sorry. So create object array. Just to the object array. In this I have to pass all things. This is student object, means it means S1. If you give the S1 first, student dot, I have to set all this thing to set ID. No, sorry, get ID. Get ID. Student dot get name, comma student dot get of course. I'm getting and passing all this to this object array, and then I have to add this object array to this array list. Record dot add of object of obj array. Now everything seems fine. So here I am passing the, here I have getting two objects, S1 and S2, and I am setting some value, 1 Sachin and Java in the S1, and 2 Saurav and Spring in the S2, and I am adding these two objects to this student array, and then I am passing this student array to this student service method. This is student service method. Student service is taking this argument, and it is also passing, calling to the student DAO. Student DAO is taking this student array object, and then it is fetching one student object which is S1, and from the S1 it is getting the ID, which is nothing but 1, and then the name is what, Sachin, for the S1, and the course is Java. So I'm fetching, and after that I am adding this object array. Again it is fetching, same for the S2, and then it is getting ID2, name is something like Sachin or Saurabh, and getting course is Spring, and adding this, and after that I am passing this student array of object, means list of object array I am passing to the batch update. So it seems all the correct. So let me run this. No, some exception. Okay, what is the exception? Oh, DAO duplicate key exception. Let me check any record is inserted or not. Yeah, two is inserted, but one is not inserted. Why? What's the problem? Let me check. So go to our code, go to our test, S1 ID, S2, Y2 is not inserting. Okay, before inserting I have to print this. Okay, S1 S2, and let me delete all the records first from the database. Delete from students, this one, all the record is deleted and no row is updated, no record is showing here. So let me run once again, and the line number 28 and line number 29, what will print? Let me check. Yeah, again exception. Oh, 1 is not going. The reason is I am getting this from the Spring, so the scope of this is singleton. So I am getting this object from the IOC container, means context.getBean. So this object is singleton. So whenever I am getting object, it will return the same object instead of the giving the new object. So I have to change the object scope inside the student configuration class. So this is a student app config. Here I have created this object. So this is scope is the singleton. So everyone, when I am getting this object, I am getting the same object. So I have to change the scope. Write one annotation scope prototype. Prototype means whenever I am getting this object, it will always return the new object, not the same object. So let me run once again. So before running this, I have to delete this. Already no record is here. So let me run once again. Yeah, it's printing. Okay, Sachin course Java, and then let me check record is inserted or not. Let me delete this one. Again we have to run. That's printing. Yeah, 1 and Saurabh is inserting. So let me do, before wrap up this, let me do one more thing. So if it will update it, it will return the integer of array, suppose that x, if x dot length is greater than 1, then print this record is inserted. Let me delete one more time. Crop, delete from student, run. Sorry, table is not available, run. Yeah, record is deleted. Select star from student. No record is here, so let me add one more record. Let me get one more record. S3. S3, sorrow 1 2 3, spring 1 2 3. Let me print also this one. S3. So let me run once again. Test, run. Yeah, 2 records is inserted. Why 2 record is inserted? Because I have not added this S3. So let me add S3 and let me delete. No, let me change the ID. 11, 22, 33. And run once again. Yeah, 3 record is inserted. Okay. I'm printing the same problems. S3 white showing the null record. Oh shit, I did not added the value for the S3. It's a copy paste mistake. S3 record is inserted, no problem. We'll check, it will show this one, and then by default the value is 0, so that's why it's added. And one more things I have to tell before the wrap up. So let me close this S2 database and let me run once again. 110, 220, 330. All the record is different. Okay, and then let me run this. So definitely we get one exception. Yeah, it's showing one exception. The Spring ORG framework get connection exception failed to obtain JDBC connection because I have closed this S2 database. So if the S2 database will close, you will get this exception. Make sure before running this application with the S2 database, your S2 database must start. If it is not a start, it will throw this exception. ORG Spring framework .jdbc connection. Get JDBC connection exception.